YouTubers, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you're watching this transmission. 'Tis I, your humble servant, Mike Martins. And it is Wednesday morning. It's May the 9th, and it's early Wednesday morning for most of the world. And whoever's tuning in at this time, from the northern hemisphere, I applaud you. Trying to get this light to adjust here properly. It's too bright. It's way too bright. There we go. I think I got something going. There we go. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. Live transmission here, teleprompter free. I want to say hi or a shout out to my buddy Kojak. That's his nickname. That's watching this in Harlem. Good friend of mine, Kojak. And I also want to send a shout out to Heather and Lindsay that are watching this in Canberra, Australia. So I just have an article up here. The reason why I'm actually want to do this transmission for you guys is because almost 9,000 Canberra children are living in poverty. This is a huge deal. And everyone expects a majority or all English-speaking countries to be ahead of the game when it comes to economics, free worlds, freedom of the press, all the good stuff. And the comments are rolling now. It is live, guys, so nobody panic. Today's show, I named it Australia's Diarrhea Housing Market. It is just a poop show down there. I don't know what anybody... it's just... So today, at the end of the show, I got in touch with the builder down in Florida that's got some newly constructed luxury homes from the builder for a crazy price. And no, I'm not advertising for them. I just, asked permission if I could show this on my show. And I sent him the link here. Australian couple buys a house for a starter shack for 1.4 million bucks. So it's disturbing that people think what they're paying for a home is normal. It's severely disturbing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to raise a fuss and I'm going to scream and holler. I'm working my butt off just to try to earn $1. I go to my real estate agent to try to get a house. He says, no doubt, son. You got to put down 40% or 30 crazy percent of $1 million or $1.5 million. Sometimes I wonder what I'm going to do when there ain't no cure for Australia's housing blues. Oh, yes, I've heard somebody in the comment section is saying, Walking Journey is in the house, my best friend. Also, Double A and Double A is here. I've heard Sydney, Australia is super bad like Vancouver. Oh, man, watch some of my past shows. Even New Zealand is. Oh, every English-speaking country, the UK, free markets, come and buy us out. It's free, Don't worry, we won't ask you where you're getting your money from. Just bring it down. We'll use your money. Late night with Mike in the Night. So here we go. Almost 9,000 Canberra children are living in poverty. Almost 35,000 Canberrans among 8,897 children are living below the poverty line. So that's 35,000 total. And among them is 8,897. Phenomenal. And the rising cost of living in the capital means low-income housing cannot keep up. Phenomenal. So the latest ACT Council of Social Service Cost of Living report has found the cost of living in the nation's capital has risen for the fourth consecutive year. 12.7% of Canberra's children live in households that earn 50% or less of the median income. As national debates on income inequality again rears its head in the days before the federal budget is headed down, the report paints a stark picture of Canberra's delaying paying utility bills to keep up. Utility. And guys, if for people that are not from this planet, if you're watching this like 5,000 years in the future, Australia is in the southern hemisphere, and they do get pretty cold sometimes. Sometimes they get some pretty cold winters, okay? So this is important, okay? But with the average costs such as fuel, utilities, and housing growing at a faster rate than national averages, why? Because they got to prop their bullcrap economy that's based off housing. And housing is failing. And they have to start... Sorry, I got something in my mouth. They have to start raising the price on other things to make up that loss. You know, the whole mining industry right now in Australia is in the pits. And it's not open pit mining. It's really down. And that's a failure. And then in Northern Australia with Timor oil, that's been a huge problem with Australia trying to move its water border further north to take oil from Timor. And that's not looking good on the public view. And so comments are rolling. Wow, I already got 13 people watching. It's really late. Mike in the night joining me. So they got to prop up the economy. You know, if that oil goes down to $10 a barrel, the price of gas will go to like $13 a liter. A lot of people think because the price of oil is going up. Price of oil was at $130, $140 a barrel 3-4 years ago. People are forgetting that for some reason. Miss Hellier said many families were being forced to choose between eating or heating their homes. In the past year, many households had been shocked that 17.8% rise in utility bills in the September quarter alone last year, above the national rise of 7.8%. Okay, comments are rolling here. This was the largest single increase in one quarter since Consumer Price Index records started being kept for this item in December 1989 AD, the reports read. Yeah, power bills are skyrocketing in Australia. I just wanted to let you guys know. Let's hear this. Water and sewage prices increased 8.3%. When the hell did this sewage thing? Who started this crap? Which country started this sewage crap? I got a bill for $89 for 6 months of sewage. What are they going to do? Go in there and start power washing the sewers? I don't think so. So which country started this sewage crap? Because when I was a kid, this never existed. They just started adding this crap on. You know what I'm saying? It's like a really bad cell phone plan. You don't understand. Oh, yeah, you got this. And then you got this weekend with 2 minutes. Then you got 25 minutes for the Thursday. Then you got 9 minutes before 4, but you can only call your grandma. It's like a really bad cell phone plan. And everything is becoming a bad cell phone plan. Water, utilities, cable, internet, everything is turning into a bad cell phone plan. Water, sewage prices increased 8.3. If anybody knows who started this bullcrap sewage, never had it anywhere when I was a kid. They don't even have it in Florida. They have it, I don't know why, they have it in Canada, and they have it here in Australia. What are they going to do with that sewer? Like, it's like that global carbon tax crap. So, Andre is saying, we're getting raped by these high manipulated gas prices. Is this how they will maneuver people into using electric cars? I don't know. It's obviously not. They're going to keep electric cars expensive and hard to charge and hard to maintain for as long as possible because they need to keep that petrol going. Electricity prices increased 10.6%, which was below the rise seen across the country, up 12.4%. Ms. Hillier said the council and its various members were hearing more stories of people forced to choose between keeping a roof over their head or food on the table, buying medicine or turning on the heater. Yeah, you know what? It's phenomenal. She said that the financial year, the council was also hearing of energy bills, in particular pushing more people into hardship, with students and aged pensioners saying they simply would not turn heaters on this year to avoid the cost. So basically, they're going to start hitting you where you don't have a choice. And that's like a Mexican standoff. Do you eat or you turn on the heat? One or the other. You can't have both. That's a Mexican standoff. Do you want to buy medicine to live or do you want to pay your rent? So it's almost like you got to do one thing that's going to make you survive. And that's what it's... Ms. Hillier said that while the territory government needs to do more, she also understood okay, the government needs to do nothing. Okay? Stop governing everything. We need Jack and Jill to open their own solar farm and start producing electricity. Jack and Jill, buy 5 acres of land, start producing your solar power, start selling it to the town. And then once the government steps in and starts to shut it down, then the people petition and protest, and then this is how you start fixing things. Because until the single family owned guy comes in, it's gonna be you need the little guy to start coming in. Everybody needs to pool what they're not paying in heat, if they can afford, buy a plot of land, start producing solar power and selling it. And then when the government steps in, I bought this land, these are my panels, and I'm selling this power. And then get the people to petition and start going behind the people, because this is disgusting, and they want to start hitting people where they need it the most. This stuff like this won't happen in Mexico. I lived in Mexico 2 years. Stuff like this will never happen because the people in Mexico won't stand for this crap. Oh yeah, we're not going to turn on the heat because we got to pay. No way. This is a Mexican standoff. This is what it is. You take one or you take the other. You can't have both. The report said New Start had not risen in real terms since 1994. A single person on an allowance took home $278 a week, $175 below the pension, and $1,138 below the national median wage. The council reiterated. Sorry, my English sucks. Reiterated its calls for $100 million funding pool, community housing provider driven affordable housing in the act, and widening the rising concessions for low-income earners, among other proposals. This year, it has also urged the territory government to create a program to ensure all private rental housing meets 5-star energy ratings. So, I really think that, hold on, what is it here? The council, along with its national counterpart and social service bodies, interstate, have been pushing for many years of the Commonwealth to increase income support payments to no avail. It's not that. It's not even increasing income support payments. No, screw that. It's about, one, creating better paying jobs. How's about that? I think that's a great idea. You think outside the box. Why doesn't Australia become the bike capital of the world? Start fabricating, making bikes. Use your mines that are shut down to start mining minerals and making these great titanium, aluminum bikes. Start supplying the world with the best bikes, made in Australia bikes. If you live in Australia, then you buy a bike made by your brother who you keep working in Australia. What happened to that? What happened to brotherhood? Brotherhood economic support. Mike, still feel that this summer of the blame game? No panic out there yet. This summer is going to be the great blame game. I have a feeling that everybody, you got the pre-built units where pre-builts are being built. Either they're worth triple the money than what the pre-built started out as, so they're giving people back their refunds. So if you bought a pre-built, they're not going to want to give you it if they don't want to give you the property if the property skyrocketed, so they'll give you back a refund. And if the prices go down, then what's going to happen when the prices go down is really nice. You can't walk away from it. So this is how it works. So you're going to have the pre-built people freaking out on each other and fighting. And that's already started in parts of Canada, in Toronto. And then you're going to have the next flow of rising interest rates. And people can't keep up with these huge amounts they need to service. 5% on 100,000 is like $6,800 in finance charges a year. Imagine $1 million, $68,000, $70,000 in finance charges a year on $1 million. I'm gonna have to calm down. So. Noka say watch TV a few ago, Channel 9 Sydney. Some economy expert was on and said that there are more than 900k households are in mortgage distress in Australia. Yep, I read that article 3 weeks ago. I can't remember, 2.5, 3 weeks ago, and I did a video on the Australian hotline, Australian support line, where people call in that are, depressed or in a situation, where they can't afford to pay. And Sydney and Melbourne property prices predicted to fall about 4%. So guys, a lot of people give it by this summer and you'll see about 17 to 25% of Sydney will be underwater. A majority of people will be underwater with their mortgages. They're going to owe more than what their mortgage is worth by this summer. This major reversal of its previously rosy forecast of Australia's two priciest cities see their prices surge by at least 4 to 8%. SQM says that Sydney, Melbourne markets are overvalued by at least 45%. So if you bought in the last 7 years, you're screwed. Based on its comparison of the nominal aggregate incomes of housing prices, people can't afford it. They're going to have to raise rates because the housing market is backing up the economy. How do you think Australia's economy is backed up? Housing, student loans, unsecured debt, second mortgages, car payments, and then all those Mickey Mouse government-owned water, electricity, whatever that's owned by the government, all that Mickey Mouse. So in San Mariano, California, there are many $2.5 to $3.5, even $12 million homes. Imagine the property tax on those homes. No, never mind that, Metal Gear. Imagine rates go up on $12 million home. You're looking at like $190,000 a year in finance charges, but maybe more. It's crazy. People aren't waking up to understand what is happening. That's why Australia is going through a diarrhea housing market right now. Yeah, Walking Journey. California's dying in the comment section. And you know what? Walking Journey left California to move to the Lone Star State, where the lights shine really bright deep in the heart of Texas. Watch his channel, The Walking Journey. He has a backup channel, guys, just in case he gets taken down. Make sure you subscribe to that one, too. Woo! Okay. Sydney, -4 to 0%. Melbourne, -3 to 1%. Darwin, -5 to 0%. Brisbane, 0 to 3%. Canberra, 1 to 4%. But it's forecast Adelaide, 0 to 4%. Hobart, 8 to 13%. And Perth, 1 to 4%. So here it is. Estimated dwelling price changes from the 1st of January 2018 to April. So everything is starting to dip except Brisbane, which was... everything's been downgraded and unchanged. Not expecting a housing crash. SQM now expects prices across Australia's capitals on average to fall by 2% at worst, or increase by 2% in the best case scenario this year. The firm's managing director and author of the report, Lewis Christopher, believes tighter lending standards to reduce borrowing risks is now affecting the national housing market as a whole. This action, predominantly targeted at property investors, has triggered a decline in demand for residential property. But the stressed that SQM was not expecting a general housing price crash in the 2018 since the economy is overall healthy. Sydney and Melbourne markets deteriorates. There were several major indicators which caused the SQM to revise its initially rosy forecast. Lending indicators such as auction clearance rates and total aggregated property listings and asking prices suggest further deterioration in the market conditions in recent weeks, Mr. Christopher said. The number of Sydney property listings has surged by 34% over the year. What does that tell you? There's more supply being thrown on the market with less demand. He noted that there are now at similar levels recorded to 2011. Ooh. A point in time when Sydney dwelling prices fell 3% for the year. Despite that, Sydney's auction clearances rates have fallen to a low to mid 50% range, Mr. Christopher observed. He said that the clearance rate may have dropped further to below 50% in late April. These are levels which historically have translated into price falls. Sydney vendors have also had to capitulate and lower their asking prices by 1.1% for a house and 0.6% for units, which will likely leave a negative pricing results for the June quarter, especially people that are borrowing 100% loan to value. So Puerto Rico has hurricanes. Yes, hurricanes, house is cheap, people are leaving Puerto Rico. Well, I wouldn't mind buying a condo in San Juan if I have a chance, but they won't let me because I'm a foreigner. They don't let you buy down there. It's really hard. I think you can only stay 6 months of the year as a... maybe as a Portuguese citizen, it might be a little bit different, you know? Anyways, Brisbane and Darwin downgrade. What's new? That's old news. Brisbane and Darwin's always been old news. Downgrade. All right. Let's continue here, my friends, to the very special edition Australia's diarrhea housing market. So, what's going to happen is you're going to see a huge migration of Australians going somewhere else. They can't go to New Zealand because it's too expensive. They can't go to the UK because it's crazy. It's half of the UK is abandoned. A lot of young millennials and people that know what they're doing are moving to Middle England. So they're just leaving the South. And lots of people messaging me right now on Facebook here. Calm down, everybody. There's people messaging me. It's still going. Young people beat investors to nab a nearly to nab an entry-level Hawthorn cottage for $1.43 million. Everyone, please tune in and watch this, please. I need everyone to... This is not... Guys, is Hawthorn like Beverly Hills? Like, is there something about Hawthorn I should know? Victorian terraces rarely come onto the market, so when a two-bedroom... That's a two-bedroom? Holy crap. That's a two-bedroom. Oh my god, they got it. Do we cry for them? Or do we applaud? Holy smokes. Man, that's pretty bad. 1.5 million bucks. Wow. This one sold for $1.1 million. Wow. $1.43 million. Guys, please pay attention to this. This is not a joke. I am not making this up. So let's turn off the audio. Make sure there's no audio here. Let's watch this video. The following is based off of truth. 2 beds, 1 bath. Okay, it's got 4 parking, but... Oh, it's got a backyard. Holy smokes, it has a backyard. Oh my goodness. It has a backyard. Wow. It has a backyard, guys. Oh my god. It has a backyard for $1.43 million for this house. I'm not picking on the house, guys. I truly am not. I'm not. Because we're going to Florida and see what you could buy for $300,000 to $250,000 to $300,000. So in Australia, that would $250,000 would be $296,000 to $339,000. Let's see what you could buy in Australia. Then the Dawn says, I can't believe how long this is taking. It will make the crash much greater. Then someone says, that 2-bedroom looks like a shed. It is a shed. I'm sorry, whoever bought it. You know, you're probably great people, and you probably go to church and all, but that is not worth $1.4 million. Australian dollars on par with Canadian. That is $1.1 million American. That's 722 pounds sterling. Does anybody know what the hell is going on here? So let's go to Florida. I love going to Florida every time I'm picking on the Australians. So these homes here. So this is I found a reputable builder with up to 20 different floor plans. So I look for homes in Quintina, Caparisto Estates, and the Reserve Estates. For starting at $211,000 American to $404,000 American for a reserve part, for like a really high-end property. So this is it. Everything comes with air conditioning. This is the Manor. It is a 1-story, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. There it is. There. That's the different builds you could get. I like the one with the shutters. That's the inside when you furnish it. But the kitchen is, that's the kitchen. Okay, when I spoke to the gentleman, Manuel, he told me that what you see in this photo is what you're going to get for the interior, for the kitchens, the bathrooms, and what else did he say? Kitchens, bathrooms, and he said something else. Okay, let's keep it in my mind if I remember. So yeah, it's got the stone there and all that stuff. It comes unfurnished. Yeah, appliances come with it too. Sorry, the appliances. So that's there. Oh, look at that sink tub. So this little guy here is $275,000 American, pre-built, and I think it's 5% down in Florida, in Central Florida. So it's a better area. You don't get a lot of hurricane disturbances there. I've been through hurricanes. It's wind and rain. It's wind and rain. You have hurricane parties. Nobody goes to work. Everyone has a good time. I know, and then someone's commenting, nice open concept kitchen. Yeah. So here's the tool. So let's go back here. If you're just tuning in. This is in Australia. Is it a 1 or 2 bedroom? Couple beats investors. NAB entry level for 1.43 million. Okay, people, please listen to me. I have no education and I can't even read, okay? If you have $1.4 million to buy that, I need you to rethink this. Buy this newly constructed house. I'm not getting no commission from this. $275,000 for this. You make your choice on how you want your roof and what design you want. But the interior comes like that with the stone, the granite, and the appliances. From what I called ahead. I just wanted to make sure I could show these things here. Because I don't want someone saying, look at that. Because this is not news. The news articles I could read freely. But when it's not news, it's considered private, kind of like a domain type thing. So I did get permission from gentleman Manuel. So he told me that it's fine. Look at that. That bathroom comes as is, like you see it there. So, again, I want to make this really clear. So, okay, let's move over to the Bristol. The Bristol is a 1-story, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, great room. It's got a great room, family room, den, nook, 2-car garage. Total square feet, 3,000 square feet. What's the square footage on this thing? This was 1.43 million bucks. What's the square footage on this damn thing? It's got to be maybe 800 square feet. I'm just throwing that out there. Oh, 300 square meters. Could someone in the comments section tell me what 300 square meters is in square footage, please? If someone in the comments section. Mike, can I post the URL? Yeah, guys. It is... I'll show you here. It's Maple Ridge at Ave Maria. Ave Maria, and it is in 34142 Florida. Florida, that's Central Florida. Because my zip was 33309. So that's 341, that's Central Florida. It's by CC Homes. So CC Homes, just look them up. Their phone number is 305-644-4663. Just tell them that I sent you, and I'm not getting nothing from this. I just want you people to wake the F up. If you're going to spend 1.4 million Australian dollars, then buy the Bristol for 310,000 330,000 Australian dollars. And then what do we got here? 300 square meters is 3,229 square feet? What? This house is 3,000 square feet? This thing is... My garage is bigger than this. My garage is bigger than this house. Man, my driveway's bigger than this house. It's got to be the land. The square footage of the land. Anyways, let's go back here. So let's look at Bristol, 293,000 American dollars. So there's several options with the Bristol here. That's the Bristol. And you got that option for the roof. You got that option. I like this little open little piece, like where the air comes in, that little piece right there. You see where I'm pointing the mouse? Right there. A lot of homes in Florida have that. It's like a kind of like an atrium when you walk into the, like you're not in the house, but they're not windows either in the house, and you kind of see up into it. It's like this really cool New Mexico type atrium. It's really cool. You have that option. I hate that option. And there's the interior. Open concept. That's really nice. I like the architecture in Florida. But look at that. Crown moldings come with it. Oh, whoa, it's got a vaulted ceiling. Oh, look at that. That's one of the bathrooms. office. Yeah, guys, so that one there is the Bristol, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3,000 square feet. So 2-car garage, den and nook. So once again, I don't know if I'm in this delusional format where I have bad sectors in my brain and it's just skipping and skipping. And I have these bad sectors in my brain that I can't compute. And I'm going to keep picking on this house. It's a cottage. 1.43 million Australian dollars, 1.1 million US. And if you're going to spend that much, buy the damn Bristol for 330,000 American. Okay, let's go to Cabelas. Look at Cabelas. $312,000 US. And people are complaining, Mike, you keep showing $1 million homes in Florida. Everything in Australia is $1 million. I'm comparing it to mansions in the mansions with waterfalls in the front of your house in Florida, with tennis courts and helicopter pads. That's what you're comparing them to. This house in Australia buys you a house in northwest Florida in the Tallahassee area with a helicopter pad, tennis courts with apostrophe S. Multiple tennis courts, and all this other crap. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. So now I'm comparing this to 4 homes you could buy in Florida. 4 homes. Brand new by the builder. 4. So let's look at Cabelas. Cabelas is nice. I might buy one. I might buy Cabelas for myself. It's 312,000 American. It is 3,614 total square feet. 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, great room, family room, nook, loft, den, 2-car garage. So this is Cabelas. I like that look with that atrium archway in the front. It's kind of like a Portuguese architecture. And the nice wood garage doors. And I love the hurricane shutters they put on the windows. They're beautiful. I like that look with the interlock. It's an extra $3,000 for the interlock driveway. That one's pretty nice. That one's dope. Look at the inside. That kitchen comes with it, by the way. You could change the stone background, the backsplash, to a color of your choice. Look at that marble countertop. Look at this atrium walkways. These historical looking atrium walkthroughs. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to see the backyard and see if it has room. I'm looking at buying one of these because if the backyard's big enough, I'll put a pool. And then we got Danby, 2-story, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, living room, dining room, family room, breakfast, cafe nook, loft, 2 or 3-car garage, 334,000. 3 of those buys you one of these. I might be in this delusional state. Maybe that is worth. I don't know. Maybe that is worth $1.43 million. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't see why. I'm not seeing why. When you could buy 3 Danbys. So look at the Danbys. 3,000. Where is it? 4,228. For the price of 3 Danbys, you could buy this house. Please, let's have a moment in silence. A minute of silence, please, for the people that bought that house and did not buy 3 Danbys. Just a moment of silence, please. We need a moment of silence here, please. Okay, that's enough. So, okay. So Dylan Lopez is commenting here, saying they should order those cheaper homes in from Florida and have them delivered to Australia. Well, it's I guess the land that it's worth what it's worth. I guess the land, location. Trust me, you live here, you're gonna have a lot of pubs, bars, restaurants. Man, you're gonna have restaurants with swim-up bars. You bring your bathing suits to. It's really cool. And you eat. You could swim up and eat instead of sitting at a table. There's all kinds of cool stuff. They got these cool theaters with these beds in them. They're beds. I hope they changed the bed sheets though. So now picture being on a game show like The Price is Right. And you're standing there, and you're bidding on you're looking at two prizes you could take home. Ladies and gentlemen, you could win tonight this home. So see it this way. Forget the price value. Screw what the price value is of the home, okay? Don't worry what the price value of the home is. Nobody cares what the value is. Let's erase the value from our minds for a second. You're in a game show. You're winning. You're going to the finals. And then the announcer says, let's tell our winner what choice he could take home, or what choice he could take with him on his way home. What can he take? Well, Don, he's got this thing, this house here, or 3 Danby homes that he could rent out 2 of them. And the guy standing there, which one do I take? Do I take this? Or do I take 3 of those? Don't you think that the people watching, the studio audience, will throw garbage at him if he picked that? I'm not trying to put that... I'm just trying to figure out why it's worth that much. So Dylan Lopez is saying, Mike, I looked at the map where that house is. Now, what, the one in are you in Florida, Dylan, or in Australia? I can't remember, Dylan. I'm really sorry. You told me Australia. Okay, he's in Australia. Okay. So, Dylan, is that really worth 1.4 million, 1.1 million American dollars? Please? I'm on Vancouver Island, but I used to live in Australia. Okay. But even if you had a high-paying job, he's saying it's really near downtown. So, but I mean, is it worth that much? Okay, Dylan, I want to know. Okay, Dylan, okay, so it's like being 15 minutes from or less from downtown Vancouver in a detached. Well, I wouldn't want to be 15 minutes from downtown. The traffic is crazy, and you can't even move 2 blocks without wasting 45 minutes of your life. So Dylan knows Hawthorn is not inner city. Okay, someone else is commenting there. So we're getting a debate on where this house... well, we know where the house is. Okay, now in the comment section, you could build the top it and rent 2 suites. Yeah, but it's 1.4... Okay, 1 of those or 3 of those. In the comment section, what would you rather have? 3 of these for the same price as 1 of those. That's what I want to know. Because I don't know why I'm severely delusional into taking 3 of these, because it makes perfect sense for me to buy 3 of these and not 1 of these. Wow, the comments are going nuts here. What is the street address in Florida? Hold on. It's from a builder. Hold on. Hold on. I'll do it in a sec. Yeah, it's got the address at the bottom. So that's one option. Second, oh, look at the atrium on that roof. Oh, it's got a balcony. Holy, I'd take that one in a heartbeat, man. 3-car garage. Oh, it's got the satin wood finish. Oh my godness. So that's that. Oh, and guys, just so you know, if this place is out of the way or something in Florida, Florida's infrastructure highway system is amazing. From this place to Miami, it won't take you long. This place to whatchamacallit? Let's find the actual address. I saw it. Okay, it's 34. So the guys, the zip code is 34142. Let's look this up. 34142. Florida. Weather. Well, screw the weather. Okay, so it's by Fort Myers. This is actually a really good area. What? It's right by Fort Myers, Florida. It's like a 10-minute drive. Hold on a sec. Yeah, it's 10 kilometers to Fort Myers. It's by Leah Acres. What? That's a good area. You're like maybe at 40 minutes from Miami if you take the 75 across. Because I've taken I-75 across. It doesn't take that long. I've taken my Hayabusa across that with no helmet. And I've done that and my eyes tearing up from the wind. It's not far from Naples. It's not far from Bonita Springs. This is a perfect distance from Fort Myers. And it's a decent distance from Miami. So if you want to go watch the Miami Heat play, if you want to go watch... yeah, Florida looks like a nice place that you have big roads. And, oh, yeah, huge roads. It's open. It's so open. That's why they don't even have helmet laws on the motorcycles there. The one with the balcony, Canadian, someone's commenting, the one with the balcony in Canadian dollars, people, would cost you $334. Okay, with the 3-car garage, let's say you want to go 3-car garage, $344, you're looking at $411 Canadian, 411,000 Canadian for the Danby. I like this one. It's got the big balcony up top to sit. It's got the small balcony, your choice, and it's got the double balcony, and it's got the shutters. I love the hurricane shutters. It looks so cute. It's a perfect Southern Savannah type home, and that one's more of a more modern look. Look at that. Oh. So that one there is going to cost you in and around $430. Canadian dollars, $440 roughly. And then there's the Encino. I like the Encino, and I'll tell you why I like the Encino. It's 2,700 square feet, and it's $279,000. Okay? 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, great room, family room, nook, 2-car garage. This is a perfect size home. It cost you around 340,000 Australian dollars. And the reason why I like it a lot is for this. 330,000 Australian dollars, watch. Look at the Encino here. Beautiful little starter home. Oh, it doesn't have the interior done. Photos done. So this is in a very good area. Just outside Fort Myers, Florida. It's perfect. Fort Myers is great. It's great. You're so close to Miami. You want to go see the Miami Heat. You want to see the the Florida Panthers play. You want to see the Miami Dolphins. You want to go up to Hollywood to hit some nightclubs. You want to go to Fort Lauderdale to Las Olas, Andrews Boulevard. You want to go up to Boca Raton to that movie theater I told you with the beds in the movie theater there on Boca Raton over by Glades Avenue. Former Prime Minister of Australia Paul Keating said the Reserve Bank of Australia has left the interest record low of 1.5 for too long, which caused a property... But of course, cheap money. I've been talking about the cheap money thing, Ponzi scheme, for a long time. Let's look at Florida. So, guys, what would you take? One of these or 3 Danbys? 3 of those. man, you can get a good job, a good design job, a good engineering job in Fort Myers. Man, heck, with that price, you could buy a small condo in Miami for like, well, okay, no, not Miami, in Hollywood, west of 95, for like 60,000 bucks. Then you could work in Hollywood, for example, buy a 2-bedroom for like 60,000, and then go back to Fort Myers on the weekend, or that area there, see the family, go back on the week, work in Hollywood. It's only about 50 minutes to an hour drive anyway, and I know people that drive 2 hours to go to work each way, so that's not that bad, you know? So the Megasonic B, hi from Australia. Buddy, Megasonic, you're going to want to watch this right from the beginning, man. You're going to want to watch, this is a really good show. You're going to want to watch this from the beginning. Sydney nightlife is dead. On a Saturday night in CBD and Circular Quay, it's a ghost town. Yeah, no one has disposable income. You go down to Hollywood, Florida, the nightlife is crazy. Miami, crazy. Go down to Calle Ocho, man. Especially single guys that like Latin women. Oh my God. I'm just telling you guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm severely delusional. You know, then you can come over. You could go up to Sarasota and buy a little cottage. I could show you guys next time I do another show. I could show you cottages in Sarasota for about 55 to 79,000 American. You know, just putting that out there for other show ideas. But yeah, and then when you're bored, you drive down here like I did many times, down to Key Largo, down to Key West, to Florida Keys, and you're only 10 miles out of Fort Myers, Florida. Wow. Sunsplash Family Water Park? Suncoast Estates are up there too. Anyways, guys, I'm signing off. Guys. I want to know what you guys think. You know, a lot of people are on the fence saying, Mike, you know, you're right. I'd rather get 3 Danbys, 3 of these homes. I'd rather get 3 of these than 1 of those in Australia for the same price. And then some people say that I'm severely delusional, that I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, comment below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm looking very forward to seeing the comments in the next couple of days. Thanks for watching.